Uh-oh, got caught with the pants down. Oh no.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Overlook show. Sorry, I've been in a lot of show lately, so I had to mess up the intro all the time. Man, I have been in like 5 streams this week. But yeah, welcome guys to the Overlook show, sponsored by Bionic. Today we have a very special guest from AVAX, AVAX. We have Vincent. We'll be diving a bit about AVAX chain, gaming in general, and content creation. Of course, we have the handsome guy beside me on the left side or right side of your screen, Mr. Non. How are you doing, man? Good morning.
Doing well. Excited to get to talk to Vincent, chop it up, and learn about AVAX and gaming content creation and girls are gonna make it, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, excited to.
Yeah, hello, Vincent. Welcome to the show. We are happy to have you. Maybe a small brief about yourself. A bit of background about AVAX chain, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the people who watch us are like near and ETH people, but ETH mainnet, I guess. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you for having me and inviting me onto the show today. I was really excited to get an invite. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's so sweet. About myself, my name is Vincent Van Ho. That's not my like mom given name,
For sure.
but when I got into crypto, it was all NFTs and art, and so Vincent Van Gogh was like my favorite artist, and I was like, let's do Vincent Van Ho. And well, actually I was Vincent Van Bro, but people were like, oh, hey, sir. And so I was like, let's do Vincent Van Ho, and I still get called sir. So, what a name change. But about me, I am a co-founder for GAGMI. Girls Are Gonna Make It. It started as like a safe space for women to just in the space to come together, and ended up being a lot more. And so now we kind of joke that it's like gamers are gonna make it, or it's not inclusive to just women. Like we want everybody to make it. So WAGMI was taken, so we had to pick something head turning, and I think we did pretty well in the marketing on that one. Yeah, like everybody is always like, what does that say? And I'm like, it's an acronym, guys. It's fine. I'm also a community lead at DARKTIMES, which is a Web3 game. It's not launched yet. It is in alpha mode. We're in pre-alpha, so kind of internal testing right now before we move it to alpha closed. But it's giving Diablo with the elements of Fortnite. So, if you think about like The Witcher, Diablo, those type of vibes, that's the style of the game. Very Nordic, medieval. I know they're two separate things, but to this day and age, I guess they're the same, right? Yeah. And then, last man standing like Fortnite. And so that's really fun to be a part of. Community is just kind of like, that's my thing. I just like people. I like meeting people. And so community managing / leading, like it's just a natural fit. And so yeah, I do that. And then partnered with gaming on AVAX and an Avalanche ambassador, and that's really cool. That's really exciting. And so that just happened. The gaming on AVAX did, and I think I've been an ambassador for almost a year with just like regular Avalanche. So that's awesome. Yeah, it's been an awesome journey.
You're like in AVAX and in Sui from DARKTIMES.
Yeah, exactly. You did your homework. Yeah.
That's
And I get asked about that a lot. Like, how can you be an Avalanche ambassador but work for somebody like that? That's on a SWE network, and I'm just like, like I'm a gamer at the end of the day.
Mhm.
I go where the games are, but
Mhm.
Avalanche was my home. Like, so going from XRP and the Degen days to Avalanche, like, I don't know, like at that time was such a big adjustment. Like from putting in orders for tokens, which was very confusing to me at the time, to just the click of a button and then just getting everything, at the click of a button. And so
Mhm.
I don't know, I've been in the Avalanche community since 2021, and I don't know, that's where like my community is, like my friends were, like I was built and like now I have friends everywhere, but
Mhm.
like that's my home and it always has been. But I love what they're building on SWE as well. I'm like, I'm one of those people that's like, we all like different things. That's okay, right? So a little bit of both.
Yeah, great. I
I
think.
mean, sorry, no, no. I like to cook Nono all the time because he is a near maxi, but he also is eat maxi. So every time we get into the show, I like to cook him. I do understand you can be in different chains at the same time. Nono did
Listen,
that.
I'm on ETH, I'm on Polygon, I'm on everything. Like I have things everywhere. So I'm just like, I'm where the people are, I'm where the vibes are. Like I got started
Mhm,
with NFTs, and so it was where the art was, and now it's where are the games.
Mm.
So they're just sprinkled everywhere at this point. Everybody's creating like
Yeah.
new chains and things like that. So
Have
you
you
kind of have to.
have you touched a metalcore? Have you played that before, or like?
Okay,
mm.
I touched metalcore at PAX this year. That
Nice.
was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that one's a little harder for me,
Mm.
but I did enjoy it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm still in the Discord because like some NFT community I was in like was giving away packs. Got some type of giveaway. I'm trying to remember if that was maybe confusing that with another one, but I'm still in the metalcore one from that. So I was like, I know that's been around. I know that's been a thing for a while. So that's exciting. That's exciting. Also, like Animoca brands. I mean, taking any
Right.
job working for Animoca brands with is that dark times? That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And like I feel like they had a big Cambrian explosion of like projects they were
Yeah.
putting out, and then it got a little bit more quiet, and people kind of forgot about them. But they really still are working on developing so many different things. So like just to
Yeah.
have, I think working for Animoca on like your resume of sorts is like pretty cool. So
That would be
yeah,
so cool. I wish I were employed by Animoca, but technically I'm
exactly.
employed
Mm-hmm.
by I think it's called Big Kid Big Kid Labs or something like that is
Big
what they
fish,
named it. I thought that was cute. Big Kids, yeah.
addicted.
But
Yeah.
no, Animoca, like whole other like I've a lot of people don't know this, but like when I worked for Love Monster with another gaming project, it just didn't, not all games are successful.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
that's what happened there.
Star
But when
Atlas.
I know, right? But when I had worked there, oh shoot, I already lost it, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no.
ADHD, it's the end of the night. Like,
It's okay. We can put you on. You were talking about not connecting.
oh,
It wasn't amazing with the yeah.
yeah,
Go on, Mike.
I got to work with devs one on one. And so, like, working with like smaller, like indie devs, and then now kind of getting to see devs at like a higher level, right? Like,
Wow.
I think they said there were like 300 devs that work at Animoca. I could be completely wrong on that. Somebody's like, "Oh my god, she's lying." I could be.
I believe you. Yeah. Okay.
But seeing their work, oh my gosh, it is so cool. Like they do a lot of things with like green screens and like, they do the whole thing where they put like those little like ping pong balls all over you
Mhm.
and get like the movement, make sure
Mhm.
everything's fluid, and they build the game to like what you want. So like Dark Times is more of I don't know if you guys know these terms, and if you don't, it's okay. But like, there's a lot of physics in this game. Like,
Mhm.
there's something called ragdoll physics.
Mhm. Like Will
Yeah,
Smith getting thrown across the room in that old show,
yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
exactly. And getting to like hear how much math and physics and elements and things like that went into the game, I get amazed every time. And so getting to like firsthand see them develop a game or put little pieces in or show you how things are made, you're like, okay, now I see why games take like 10 plus years to develop or,
Right.
make really good. And I like to just call it more indie gaming, right? We work with smaller studios, and so things take longer, or people think that they just pop up overnight and it takes like literally years to create. But sorry, yeah, I got real excited
No, it's
Yeah.
about
awesome.
Animoca.
No, that's really nice. Actually, speaking of devs and game, it's really not easy, and I think the hardest part when it's come to games is the balancing. Once you get the game out and the game is fun, there gonna be so much balancing that need to be done. I mean, a new character can destroy the entire game, and we saw that happening a lot with a lot of the famous game. Overwatch, for example, had a big issue on trying to balance the meta to shift towards something a bit different, because back then. Overwatch was fixed on certain play style that you cannot change it. So the entire pro scene used to play that same play style for like years, and a lot of people left that game, even though it was like very successful game, because they just got tired. And I'm one of them. I played semi-pro in Overwatch before. I was in the Philippine World Cup. Try out, I had some game with XQC one time, I think so. Yeah, but
Dang.
yeah, developing like balancing game is where the tricky part is for devs, because you really can't get it right at all. Do you always have to break something to fix something? And you see that also with Valorant. I don't know if you play Valorant. With
Yes,
chamber
actually.
meta. Yeah, chamber was like dominating the entire scene, and they tried to nerf him, but instead they killed him. And it's just very difficult to do. But speaking of games, okay, I do have a good background in games. I used to spend 15 plus hours a day gaming
Oh,
before I start spending that time on Web3. Um, I am an FPS guy. I really like to play FPS, even though I'm a bit old and my reflexes is not as good as it used to be.
that doesn't
but
mean anything.
what type of games do you like to play? Are you into like MMO, RPG, FPS? I have been seeing some of your clips yesterday when I'm doing my research on your on your stream, and seeing what do you like to play. But what's your go-to games? Like in terms of like genre of the game.
My go-to games are party games. Like not like beer pong or anything like that, but like like Mario Kart, Mario Party. I like those type of games. I don't stream them. I don't have like the hookup for like my Nintendo and all that stuff,
Mhm.
but like if I'm playing a game, I like things like that. Or I like my brain is very I like things like Tetris or
You
Tetris, or
like
I
chill
don't know.
games,
I
basically.
do. I like to lay
Yeah.
down in bed and just kind of like zone out in bed and do just like, not focus on it. But I did have a time where I just like absolutely loved strategy based games. Like that was when I came back into gaming. PvP strategy. Oh my gosh. Obsessed. I loved formulating like the gameplay of my own, right? Like
Mhm.
I had to create the concoctions to make a successful win, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like started getting into like I've always loved combat games. So like
Super Smash Bros.
Tekken. Yeah, like yeah, Super Smash Bros, Tekken, like uh I'm like Mortal Kombat. Like there's so many different things.
Mortal Kombat
And
is an OG game.
it
Love Mortal Kombat. It's really good.
takes you back, right? And
Yeah, it takes me back, really back. But yeah.
yeah, and then I then came off the grid, and I had a lot of like sponsors, like if you'll stream this, and this. And I was like, I was already in gaming on AVAX, and I was like, all right, yeah, I love that game. I do like Fortnite. I'm not good at shooter games though. So like if you ever are like, she's no good, bro. I'm not, but I'm getting better. Okay, I'm hitting. Today I played a game and I got 90 kills in a game, and I was so surprised
That's
because
pretty
just
good.
thank you. But
90?
like a few months ago, am I allowed to cuss here? maybe
Go for
Yeah,
maybe I
yeah,
should.
yeah.
I was about to say
Go for it.
shit,
No,
shit,
it's fine.
shit you not. Like was not. I was like negative death, like But and I'm not the best gamer. I'm not a pro. I'll never sit here and say like, oh my god, like. But I bring the
That's
vibes and I have fun.
yeah, that's the important, right? You don't need to be that good in games to actually enjoy them. Some people are
Right.
different. I'm different. I'm a very competitive guy when it's come to game, and that's fine. So you can be a chill gamer, but I am a
I
type of guy who rage. Like you will see me smashing my keyboard. If I don't feel the stress when I'm playing a game, I don't enjoy it. I'm gonna be honest. Unless like I just like I really like it hard, and games and and then when when I start playing Rust, no, when I,
no said
anyway,
hell no.
what's
He
up,
had to
no,
leave
no,
the chat. Now I will
but
tell you, I'm
yeah,
a competitive gamer. I'm just a
uh-huh.
shitty gamer.
It's
So
fine, it's fine. At least you try, right?
I'll be the first to talk it. I'll be like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
kick your ass, and then there's like 10 times over. But it's about having fun, and a lot
Exactly.
of us do play for different reasons. I mean, I do like to get
Mhm.
competitive, but I'm just like until I get good,
Mhm.
like I'm more social gamer. I just like to hang out with my friends, and when you work in gaming, I know that's not like it is a dream. It's a dream come true. But like when you work in gaming, there is no like, I'm gonna get off and enjoy a game. You're like, man, I'm tired of the screen.
Yeah.
Maybe I can just sit on here and play this Telegram tappy game while I just like try to relax from the day and go to bed,
Yeah.
Y- y-
So
I can relate to this actually. When once you start getting busy, like now, I don't have time to go in a game and grind and just put all
right.
my energy to grind for it. I want to have fun. I like Nintendo. I had Nintendo when I was a kid. That's the everyone had a Nintendo when he was a kid. But I did not buy the Switch, to be honest. Now. While my kids are a bit, at the age of they can play games, I've been teaching my kid how to play Valorant. Actually, I'm teaching him how to aim. He's 6 years old, but I always have the dream like I'm gonna work on his fundamental, and mechanics. So when he's old, like 16, 15, he have insane aim because I
Insane.
think I think it's really good.
Yeah.
But now I'm actually grabbing a Nintendo Switch, and I've been looking for fun games with family like Mario Kart, and there is the new Nintendo
Ooh.
Sports they came
Mhm.
up with. It's really good. So it's based on like a lot of activity. Reminds you of Wii back then. So I'm basically buying the Nintendo for this because I think it's gonna be fun to chill with the family. Then
You said,
go.
yeah, you said 6. Because I think that's when we got our Nintendo. So my kids are 10
Yeah.
and 8, and we got them into video games super early. My husband's a gamer. That's what got me into Web3 was him just in Web3 gaming and me being like, I want to spend time with you.
Mhm.
And I took like a 10-year break from gaming because my mom, or no, it was more like 15. My mom was like, you need to grow up. You're not going to make any money gaming. And she was like, talking to me about like, maybe think about like this when you grow up. And so, like she had told me a story about nursing, and long story short, I went into nursing and just didn't game for like 15 years. And it's true. You don't use it, you lose it. And, like they the devices change, things change, but Nintendo, look into Castle Crashers. It's
I
free. It's
got you,
on
dog.
Nintendo.
There's 4 people. There's magic. There's
So good.
physical. There's speed, which is also like bow and arrow, and then there's defense.
And that game,
Oh
right?
wow.
Yeah, it's good.
What?
It's so good.
No, no, no. I didn't know you played in. I think you jumped with us before when
He
we were
popped
trying some
up.
games.
It's a good
I
one.
uh, I
Level him up
played
too.
twice. I played twice with
Did you
a
have to
couple of
look
my
up
best
the
friends.
video at the end? Because I did. Like we played through once through, we had a
Yeah,
blast, and
yeah,
then we were like, okay, what tips and tricks can we find? And my kids, they're obsessed with watching like tutorials online, and
yeah.
so they were showing us where to dig things up, or
Oh, that's cool.
like go back in the map and
Yeah,
find like one of my kids is obsessed with the cat one. We found the cat
Mhm.
one at the back of the cave. And
Oh,
so, and then the weapons, like you can
yeah.
have like a fish as a sword. Like such a good,
Yeah, that's beyond
it's a good
me.
one.
But that had a really fun. Like that's a great party game. That's like,
Yeah.
I guess, intense enough. Like there is some risk. There is some like, hey, let's work together, not get smoked by all the minions. But like, I really enjoyed that one. It left such an impression. I played it twice, and I could still tell you a lot about it.
It's
So
good. It's good.
Yeah.
And
I mean, yeah. I wanted to ask you, like, okay, so obviously we all here play games and we are all here gamers, but that's something I think AVAX tried to push the gaming ever since, I think back in 2020 or 2021. You know, when they started, I think you have like AVAX chain and stuff like this, and I think back then the first game that built in there was Carbada. It was something similar to
yes,
Axie Infinity, right?
yes.
And that game was like a big hit for AVAX. I
Everybody loved
remember
that game. Yeah. I never
it
played
was
it,
yeah.
but
I remember playing it because my friend Mario Main, you know, shout out to Mario Main if he's listening to this. I used to play a lot of Axie Infinity, and I had a big success in Axie Infinity. I joined Axie Infinity a bit late, you know, but I made my money trading the Axies. So because I don't sleep, you know, I usually
yeah,
stay up really late. So I used to watch them goes onto like there is like auction, and then the Axie goes all the way down, you know, in the price because no one is awake to buy them. And then I used to snag them at a very low price. And then next day, literally, when everyone is awake, I sell it like double the price, you know? Literally, this is how I make my money from Axie Infinity, because Axie Infinity back then, like the SLP was minting a lot and price was going down, and I joined like peaked up of Axie Infinity. But thank God I took out my investment. I went to my wife back then. I told her, listen up, crypto game is a thing, okay? Trust me when I'm telling you, it's a thing. I can make money playing this game now, you know, rather than me sitting 15 hours just playing a game doing nothing. So she was like encouraging me because the investment was a lot back then. The one actually was like $1,000+ you know. So you getting a good competitive Axis team costs you around $3,000 to $5,000. It was like picked up, I
yeah.
remember. So I was like so focused on getting our investment out, and then just let the rest ride. And I had a really good success. I had like a lot of scholars. I had like 15 Axie team. I never got out. I made like more than 3-4 ETH. You know, after getting my
Like
investment.
today, ETH?
Yeah, it was. I think back then it was around 2.7, 2.5, 2.4, something like this. But I never take it out. That's the thing. I reinvested it all in Axie, and then I ended up losing it. And yeah, Axie went down, down. But my friend called me and he said, "Listen, man, you play Axie, and back then they didn't have L2, so we have to do transaction on main ETH. That's why I hate main ETH. No. Anyway, but I used to pay a lot of gas to cash out my money. You know, I used to pay $100 to get out my money." And
100?
yeah,
Oh.
180 $70 the gas fee back then, and it was so annoying. It was really so annoying to withdraw my SLP. So I just keep investing it, and then Binance starts supporting SLP, and then things start getting better a bit. But yeah, I got a call and he's like, Carbada, man. I told him there is no way this game makes more than Axie Infinity. So he's like, no, you have to check it. You have to check it. And then I checked the game, and yes, it was a bit similar to Axie, but you know, in a way, it have like its own thing, you know, and that thing was like making 3-4 times what Axie Infinity used to make you. I remember the crabs used to go for like 2,800. The good crabs used to go for like 3, 5, $4,000. No. If you want a team, you have to like spend $10,000 to get a Carbada team back then on AVAX. And you guys have a very huge success with that. But the thing is, goes back to the point is, I just keep talking. The point is in Web3 games, you know, you always attract investors than gamers, you know. And once the two token system, it's good for the game, but once there is no money to be made, on the game, you lose literally like 80% of your player base, which were your investors, right? And I think that's the main struggles in Web3 games, is making getting gamers to actually play
Yeah.
Web3 games. You know,
AKA
that,
Play,
optimism.
play and
yeah.
stay. You know,
Yeah.
like
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
investors is gonna make they wanna make their money. They don't care about they might enjoy it, but they will always be emotional because they put a lot of money into it, right?
Mhm.
Where gamers they put money because they wanna play the game. So
Right.
that's I think the big I think you had a lot of talk about it, especially with gamers into Web3 games and stuff like this. I think Off the Grid is doing something different. I haven't like
Because it's actually a
went
AAA game. Like,
yeah.
Yes,
Exactly that.
we lacked a
what
lot of
Alex Becker's
AAA
talking
games
about
before
forever.
on Web3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not allowed to say the budget that they had because I'm under contract, but I will let you know that it was a lot of like they had a lot of money. I mean, and you can kind of like gather that from like the type of marketing push that they had. Like, I mean, they had some really big streamers. Like they
Oh,
had
yeah.
I don't watch other streamers. I'm really awful. I'll watch people on Web3, like, I like to support people that support me. But like, my kids know more like of like, Mom, that's Ninja. If I'm playing off the grid and I'll show them characters like, Mom, that's Ninja. And I'm like, I didn't know who these people were, but like, like what was it? Tim the Tap Man, that's hilarious. They had like really
I love
big people.
Tim that man. Yeah,
Yeah, they had big streamers. Like it was,
Mhm.
I don't know, it was a really cool thing to see. And like seeing how many people, how many hands it actually got into, and people like kind of, I don't know, I remember AVAX came out with this video of people being like, oh, and now I see like somebody had broken down blockchain for them, like why this game was on the blockchain. And when they started talking about like this one's built on an L1, when they were talking about how much it was to build on a marketplace on that versus like in the Steam store, or I don't know what they call it, Steam marketplace or whatever, they were like, it was so much cheaper. And I was like, I could see that. Like, I never really thought of that aspect of it. But I do remember just like them clipping a lot of people being like, I had no idea this game was like a crypto or Web3 game. And I'm like, someday, like, that's just going to be what it is. Like,
Yeah.
we won't even have to like divide it or say different things. Like, we're all just going to
Mhm.
understand what it is, or like, like
Mm.
that's the goal, right? Like,
Mhm.
but like off the grid,
I-
right? Like,
yeah.
they could do that. I don't know, like who's to say the next game can't, but they had a really big budget. So,
Obviously,
like,
it's really big. Getting big streamers like Tim and this thing costs a lot of money. So I can imagine how much a budget can be, but. Back to your main point is exactly what we need. We want the gamers to play the game and not knowing even if it's Web 2 or Web 3. It doesn't matter. I will tell you a thing. I spent a lot of money on skins on games, and I remember back then buying the heirlooms for Apex. And that heirloom cost me around $400 to get it, and I was like, I will never be able to sell it. That heirloom is not tradable.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I want it because it's my main character. In Apex Legend, I think it was my main character. So it was Bloodhound. So I wanted to play it. I don't care if I will sell it again or no. That's the mindset of gamers. You buy it. It's like something to collect
like
for
a
yourself,
treasure.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So imagine having these items minted on chain, and then traded afterward. And these items can be like a rare thing because it cannot come back, right? Like for example, Valorant, they do their yearly skin, and you can't get it anymore. You have one chance to buy it, and imagine owning this one, and then how the company will make money. For big companies, it doesn't make sense for them to go Web3. Games like Valorant, they make millions of dollars. But I still think they can leverage to get some revenue in there, especially with royalties on the skins. So if someone decided to mint it as an NFT, you can put a high royalty on it, and you're still gonna make a lot of money from it every time the value of it goes up. But yeah, that's the main concept. Like, if you want gamers to jump into this game and play it, first of all, you need AAA games. You need a really good ass games. You know, we don't want some like the early days Web3 games used to be like most of it garbage, honestly. You know, you as a gamer, you won't like be spending a lot of time playing it. You will try it once or twice and that's it. But now we start rolling some AAA games. Now we start seeing some some big development on it, and then you can see other platforms are start trying to list some games in there, and even though if it's crypto game. So I don't know, for company perspective, like if I'm a big company like Riot, for example, doesn't make sense for me to go with Web3. To be honest, I make a lot of money already on Steam. I make a lot of money already on like Valorant stores. So if you can convert one of this company, just one of them, and try to get the concept correct, I think we're gonna have a great GameFi or gaming experience connecting it to Web3, and it's gonna feel good that all the skins I collected and spent thousands of dollars on it, I can mint it all as an NFT and trade it. That's the whole concept thing. But again, if you look at Steam, for example, they have their own thing. They make a lot of money already. Why would we want it to go on Web3? So that's a wide topic. What do you think, Nono? Like, NFTs, gaming, NFTs.
Yeah. I was gonna ask Vincent if she thinks that the trend will be moving away from like play to earn stuff, because like there is no play to earn in off the grid, right? It's just a or they're like skins.
The play to earn, the play to earn on that one is like, okay, so they have, I keep referring to them as loot boxes. They're not like, but in these crates, they're battle crates.
Yes, ma'am.
When you get into battle crates, they're random, right? So there's different things inside of them, and sometimes you can get these hex cubes, and so if you can extract these hex cubes, you can get like skins and things like that, and they have a marketplace in the game. Now, I'm not quite sure how like all of that is going to work. Did music just start playing?
Yeah, I get confused. I think you're gonna play the Christmas song or something.
I liked it. I was just like, hold up.
That was good hearing there. You're like, yo. Just to cut
I was
the
playing.
there,
I was playing Shatterlight earlier.
I thought my kid sneaked behind me or something. I didn't see him.
No. You're saying Vincent. Sorry for the interruption there.
No, my
Rookie
kids
mistake.
are really big on the Elf on the Shelf right now, and I was just thinking about it, and then that music came on, and I was like, oh my god, like that's wild. And then I was thinking, I was playing Shatterline earlier, and they're having a Christmas theme with it, and it's the same-ish kind of tune.
Like,
it's
is it
just like
right now?
that's what I thought. I was like, okay, so I was looking there and I was looking here, like what what did I do? Looking at my Alexa, seeing if it's trying. I turned everybody's on just now. I was like some Xbox turn off type of days. I'm not quite sure though if that's how like their marketplace is going to work, like their token's not live. So I'm not really sure about that type of element, but getting those things out of the game, you can buy skins like that people put for sale inside of the marketplace, and you get. I could be wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm getting so tired.
You're good.
I think it's called Guns, like GUNZ. But that's what it is in game. And they also have like a battle pass. So you buy the battle pass and you get more like guns in return, and you also get like exclusive skins that like other people can't get unless they buy them from the marketplace. So I'm not sure if that's gonna be how all of that works, but I know that like when you create your account for the game, it creates a wallet for you. So all of those people that downloaded that game and created an account like have like a wallet in the background, like whether they know it or not. So that's kind of cool too. So if you think about that someday too, like not having to like onboard or like teach people how to use a wallet or how to do all these things that can be easily done like by the click of a button now. Like
Yeah.
it's so crazy. Yeah.
Heck
So
yeah.
I think sorry.
Cool. Did you ever get to play big time or like get early access, or what do you think about that if you did?
No, I haven't, but I have a
Mhm.
lot of friends who have and who have gotten early access and told me so
No,
much about
I
it.
played
And
it. Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
played
heard
it.
it
I
was
played
really
it a bit.
good. Yeah, I've
It's
never played.
not my favorite game genre, to be honest. I didn't enjoy it much, to be honest. It's good. Graphics is good. It's nice. It's just not my type of game. So I used to
Right.
hop in with Billy. I think back then, I got the early access from the Catalyst group, and I
Oh,
was
I
like,
love Catalyst.
yeah,
They're
they are
amazing.
pretty nice
Yeah.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah, they're great.
and yeah, so I used to play with them. I didn't like the whole concept thing. Not my type of games, to be honest. I like something like Counter Strike, Valorant, Rust. I
Yeah.
don't know if you played
Sweaty.
Rust for. Yeah, sweaty games. Rust is
Yeah.
nice. I didn't. Rust is like Minecraft but realistic. You should
played it.
search it. Rust. It's really good. Used to be very difficult, but one of my favorite game. I think I logged in 5,000 hour on it. Overwatch, I have like over 30,000 hours, 25,000 hours. I really log in a lot of hours when I'm playing games. Like
Honestly,
I go mental on games, but now
I wish
I go
I could
mental on
play.
Web3.
no, for real. No, I wish I could play Overwatch 1. I wasn't back into gaming when that came out.
Mm.
And now it's Overwatch 2 and everybody hates that one. So I'm like, I
I
don't
hate
want to
it.
waste my time.
I
Yeah,
left.
exactly.
I left
They hate
Overwatch at the end. They promised us Overwatch 2 is gonna be good, and
When it wasn't.
I don't know. It's just it didn't. It wasn't exciting anymore. It feels more of a work than of like
Yeah.
having fun, because I had to like scrims. I was the captain as well of the team, so I have to like watch VOD, review, and do all of that, and then participate in tournaments. So going pro in a game is definitely not for everyone, and my wife literally begged me to stop playing that game. I used to like my entire personality changed. I sleep, I wake up Overwatch, So, but because I really try to make it as a pro there, and I did reach a good level of pro, but I never make it like big thing. It's
Yeah.
just I give up. I get tired, and then
Yeah.
you get so good at the game, and then you will get a 16, 17 years old kid that he will 360
Oh my God, I
headshot
know.
you with a reflex, and you will like, damn, am I getting old or what? But that's something, like every team, if you want to be successful, you need to have that crazy kid who have insane reflexes that can jump shot 360 headshot someone. That's the anchor of the team, So as we are getting old, and we had that guy, he used to be really insane, but mainly because he was young back then. I'm not saying that olds cannot play games, but young generation, young people have insane reflex.
The
You
hand-eye
definitely feel
coordination.
you definitely feel it when you get older like us. These guys have really good reflex. They are fast. Their reflexes is fast. But
Are your kids playing
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals yet?
oh no, I downloaded it. I wanna play it.
They're not.
I-
Not yet. But they will.
Yeah, I teach my kid how to use the PC, and I kind of regret it because now what he wants to do is sit on the PC, and I will be working, and he will be standing literally in one of these corner, and he will like stand for like 20 minutes, look at me, and like, dude, what do you want, daddy? Yes, can I borrow the PC, please? I was like, no. And then he will consistently keep asking me. I was like, dude, man, I want to work. Come on, dude. I was like, 10 minutes, okay? And he was like, no, not 10 minutes. Like, okay, so yeah, I kind of regret, but I'm getting them Nintendo. I want to have some fun with them. I did talk a lot, but back to the topic, which they are creating their own wallets for them without even them knowing they have a wallet. Now that is
I think
right,
in the-
something like this.
well, in case it's like some like oh wait like don't take exactly what I'm saying. I'm sure it's like in the privacy terms and conditions or something. Like I don't know. Like none of
Oh
us
yeah,
ever
yeah,
read
yeah,
them.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
It's gonna be there.
It's gonna be a game
From
wallet.
legal perspective, it's gonna be there. 100%. But the concept is normally people to bring them
Right.
to Web3 takes a lot of work. You need to explain to them what is wallet. You need to explain to them what is non-custodial wallet and custodial wallet. You need to explain to them seed phrase. You need to teach them how to save it.
Yeah.
Man, don't put it there. You need to teach them how to do transactions. So by the time he want to play the game, he will like tell you, fuck off, dude. I don't want to play it. What's that?
Overwhelming,
So
right? Yeah.
exactly. So this concept that actually work. If you are interested in Web3 crypto, then you can use that wallet, and it's a custodial wallet. It's fine for the normies. You can mint your asset as an NFT and start trading them if you're interested in that. If you don't want, you can use the normal marketplace. I think that concept is really good because normies then don't need to stress about wanting to have it in Web3. It's, if you want it in crypto, you have that option. If you don't want, keep playing the game, have fun, enjoying it. It doesn't matter if it's crypto or not. That's the whole thing. I think I talked a lot. I really talked a lot, but because I really love games, I miss playing games. I haven't played games for like months. So I guess we need to play game one time, all of us.
You
Yeah.
keep telling me, oh, we should. You keep talking about Valorant and like Overwatch. You might like Shatterline. It just came out. Like it just launched the other day. I could get you a code if you want to try it. It's in the Epic Games Store.
I would love to.
Yeah, but it's really fun and it's got all the elements you were talking about. So
I'm watching
sorry
it right
to your
now.
wife if she plays anybody. I'm so sorry, but
No,
I think
it's
you might like
fine. I mean, we have been married for 10 years. I think she knew already what she was getting into when
See, my husband
she
say that too.
That's funny.
So she knew. Back then when we were dating, I was like 15 hours playing a game. I'm gonna be honest, like I play a lot of games. I'm type of guy, and I wasn't as fat as I am now, but it's because I don't stand from my my chair. 15 hours glued to my screen, 17 hours. It's either work or games. But now. It's work. So I love crypto. I love Web3. I love games, and I really hope we can like put it all together, and
Yeah.
And
have
you
it
actually
all-
can put it all together in the girls are gonna make it group here. This is their Telegram group. You all make sure you scan in, join. It's awesome. Make sure to follow Vincent. This is not an outro. It's not an outro. We have 7 minutes speed. I'm sending it right back to you, Susan. Oh, 7
Yeah,
minutes.
I'm looking at the game. Shatterline. It's pretty nice. It looks a bit like Valorant, and it has really nice element. I would be interested to try it actually. Maybe we can play it one day together and like
We should.
get stream it or something. Bionic game night or something. But
They
it's
hired one of the voice actors from Valorant for one of the characters in this game, and I thought that was a really cool thing. So
that's cool.
Memo.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've got
Yeah,
I've got two 15-second questions for you, Vincent. One.
Wait, I'm sorry, but 17 seconds?
No, two 15-second questions. Like easy.
Okay. I was like, wait, hold up. Whoa.
What do you think? What is one of the things AVAX has done super well with all of like gaming ambassadors and the whole gaming chain? And two, if you could be an early investor in a like Web3 game, not retroactively, but going forward, what type of game would you want to like be a pre-seed or like angel investor in? So which one do you want to invest in? Like what style? Which one do you think would do the best, and not just like give us cool art once a month, like Star Atlas, and be like, yeah, it's totally still coming, even though it looks beautiful. Nothing burger. So like, what would you want to invest in, and what would you say AVAX does really, really well with their gaming department?
Oh my gosh, these were really hard questions. 15 seconds. Oh crap.
So.
I think what they did really well, whenever they reached out to creators. They didn't just reach out to like just anybody, right? They had reached out to people who had already either been in the AVAX ecosystem or just were really, really great. Like, like they want to bring content to people based off their style. So that's how they kind of like give their type of deals to people. And I love that. Like they work one-on-one with the creators. I don't see that often, and I think that's the coolest thing. Also, like their partnerships with like that they're coming out with, they're so cool. Like I don't know, community driven, love them. That was more than 15 seconds. And future game, what kind of game? Probably.
If you want to create your own game, what game it will be? Rephrasing it.
Oh, ATV Off-Road Fury. I loved that game. I need that in Web3. I would create that.
That's awesome. That's a unique take for sure. That's great.
Well, that or like Kingdom Hearts. Loved that game. Bring it back, please. Please.
Zeus,
What-
you got any more
what-
questions for her?
Yeah,
Question?
Yeah, so I think AVAX did really well in terms of like marketing and partnership when it's come to gaming. They really knew how to approach that. We really want the gaming, element, the gaming chain, that type of what do you call that? My English is start broken up now. But that type of like identity, like AVAX gaming, and it fits well. The branding, I think it fits well with gaming and the colors and everything. So I think AVAX did really good that. I really hope Near Protocol. Because I'm heavy into Near, does focus a bit more into like gaming,
Yeah,
but that's our weakest
Not worth the
area.
right now.
Yeah, that's the weakest narrative in Near. They are more into tech heavy, and the AI is the thing that they are going for, which a big topic of AI and gaming, how we can implement it.
is.
But
yeah, it's a
yeah,
big topic right now. It really is. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see
this
it.
is like this is like like, but AVAX is a chain I tried before when I started gaming. After Axie Infinity, it was AVAX straight, and then I played other cool games in Web3. I really think there was some really good games. I think God Unchained was really good.
love it.
If the card games, I never understand it. I was like telling to my friend like,
Hearthstone,
dude,
bro.
what kind of game is card game? And that it was like a bit like Hearthstone, but it's really nice. God Unchained was really good game.
It carried
Sad to
Immutable
see.
X.
Yeah, Immutable X. The thing is with the God Unchained, I make a lot of good money on it as well. But again, main ETH, thank you for $70-$80 gas fee to withdraw my money back then.
It's on Immutable X, my guy. It's on an L2. That's the game for the L2.
You had to withdraw your money to main ETH.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, you have to withdraw your token. So when I remember when the token was listed, I had to pay fees to withdraw the token and then get it to ETH and then sending it from ETH to exchange. I swear to God, I paid like $120 to get a $300 back then from it. I mean, I'm telling you, man, main ETH, me and main ETH and gas fee before, different story. I experienced it
This
all.
is the gaming side of him. I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really annoying. I still have it in my heart. I need gas fees every time I want to cash out some money from my gaming.
Or like
But,
Vincent, every single time I see a bullish like thing for ETH, I like tag Zeus because like literally last show, like he was fudding it the whole time, and I was like,
I'm not funding it, man. Listen, I'm telling you, L2s is a big thing, And you told me you're one of these dude who think L2s are bearish for main ETH. It is. You get.
Are. You
wanna
think
hear
they're
my
bearish
dad
for main
joke?
ETH, you're bullish. for main
Yeah,
You wanna hear
what is it?
I think you'll love it. I think you'll both laugh. Okay. What chain do you pick if you want to keep gamers there? Because they can't leave.
Not, that's funny. That's good because they can't leave. That's good.
That's a good thing because you can leave. You see, man, it's not only me. No, listen. ETH as a token is gonna always be the boomer token. Anyone who's coming into Web3 is gonna buy ETH and Bitcoin. Price action of ETH is always gonna be good, 100%. Second thing, main ETH, Main ETH is never gonna die because L2 is keeping it alive, and L2 makes sense than main ETH. I don't want to go and pay $10 gas fee now, which they brag about that it's really low. You know,
But
I'd
that's
rather pay.
that's why I have money
Yeah,
on there, is because I'm like, I'm not paying that right now. Because lately
exactly.
it's gone up a little bit. It was like $35 the other day. I was like, oh my God, what? Like, this is like 2022 right
2021.
here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was like, wow, this is expensive, but not normally more than, I don't know, a few dollars, not normally. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
lately
it is
anyway.
like the royalty family of the L2s. They are there,
Yeah,
they didn't do
everybody
anything.
knows it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody knows
exactly.
which one
And
it
then
is.
when you
Yeah.
want to use it, you go to L2s. You still have the same security, you still have everything great about it, but you pay fraction of what you pay in main ETH. That's the sad true story. No
So
matter how
I'm
you
bullish
do
on
it.
ETH in my kids' school accounts. I'm not bullish on ETH as the gaming hosting blockchain. I'm just
Okay,
bullish.
That's why you have
we're there.
L2s, man. That's why you have L2s.
I'm there with you.
Yeah.
There's not very many. Is there very many games on ETH?
Yeah.
Main
No,
ETH,
You're like,
there
wait, yeah.
was. I played a game third person, not third person. It's like from above. I guess you can say third person or 2D game. I forgot what it was, and you would have mint your NFT on main ETH. The characters NFT. It was really good game. I played it. A lot. Me and Billy, and then I got like 2 NFT. And back then NFT was worth like $15. I was like, it's literally the price of the gas fee, so it's not worth it. I left it and came back to it after like 8 months, and that NFT was like 200 plus $300. I was like, okay, now it's worth it, you know. But if I didn't wasn't in main ETH, I would have paper handed, to be honest. I mean,
Some of the NFTs right now that have been there like so long are.
yeah, because you can't like keep trading it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think gaming NFT is very interesting, to be honest. There's a lot of things you can do with it. Yeah.
We got to do a super fast message from our sponsors, Seuss. So
Okay. Yeah.
quick.
Go ahead.
We'll try to like not talk about it all. That way we can start with good stuff. But Trade by ONIC, or ONIC, ticker symbol ONIC, is a decentralized hedge fund. We basically have a team of traders that trade with a certain pot, and based off of the increase, it gets distributed to the revenue share gets distributed to holders to pay them out in Ethereum. Unfortunately, you have to claim that with Ethereum gas fees. It would be nice if that was on an L2. But yeah, you get more ETH in the bear, more ETH in the bull. That's the goal. And when you hold the ONIC token, it gives you exposure to like 200 plus assets. So that's across
awesome.
ETH, Solana, AVAX, all the things. But yeah, that's the message from the sponsors. That's why we can do the show. That's why it's all put together. But
yeah,
Vincent, any final things you want to mention? Any shout outs? Any telegrams or groups you want people to join? Thank you so much for joining us by the way, for this. So
Yes, thank you for having me.
absolutely.
Again, I was like, normally I'm like, I have like a cutoff time. I'm like, I won't do anything after a certain time. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. Like, this looks like it's going to be fun. I watched, you know, you guys said you stalked me a little bit, so I stalked y'all a little bit. And I was like, I'm excited for this. So thank you again for having me on. Actually, yeah. So, GAGMI, girls are going to make it. If you just tuned in, I promise they're not dirty acronyms. Okay. Girls are going to make it. We are going to be launching the 12 days of GAGMIS. Now that was kind of whatever, but you know, we want to give back to our community. So we have lined up with 12 different sponsors, including ourselves, and we will be giving away things to people in our community. So they linked our GAGMI Telegram. So if you aren't in there and you might like prizes, or maybe you want to win some cool things, we haven't announced who they are yet, but a lot of different projects, even people on ETH. So, you know, you might check it out if you like some Serpenty friends. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we've got a bunch of sponsors for that. We're really excited for it. And for Van Ho, what do you know? I don't know. I don't. And thanks for having me. Thanks for following me. And that's all the cool things I have right now. So it's not very cool, is it?
No, that's great. That's great. Sue,
I
thanks
mean,
for-
yeah. Sorry. Thanks, of course, to Trade Bionic guys. I did went through all the QR codes. So if you are watching this after the record or you are watching the shorts, you can just scan the QR code and it will take you. It will take you to the socials. But of course, thank you, Vincent, for joining us today. It's really fun podcast. I like to do podcasts where like a bit. Not in the PR side where talk about something you really like. I think that's where my personality comes
Yeah.
in. So I'm generally I'm a very talkative guy, so that's something my friends have to deal with. But
I am
yeah, I like to talk. I really
I
like
do
to talk. Me, if I want to message, no, it's like a 10-second thing. I will call him for like 30 minutes. And it's like, dude, I need to go to work. Like, yeah, okay. But
From
again,
people
thank
like
you
us everywhere. Thank you for the people who have the patience to do it, because I hear and see myself, and I'm like in my head, like, shh, like stop talking,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
whatever. But
that's something I always do to myself. I was like, oh my god, I think I talked a lot. I think of it, and then I stopped overthinking it because that's the thing. If people likes the way you are, and you talk a lot
Exactly.
and stuff like this, you're gonna vibe with them. And if they don't, it just doesn't fit your
Yeah.
vibe, which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't blame no ignoring my calls for 3-4 days. That's fine.
He's overwhelmed. He needs a second. He'll call you when he's ready.
big,
Uh,
too much one-on-one time. It's good.
but yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it was really fun podcast, to be honest. I had some good some good insight, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
It
was really
was.
nice to meet you guys. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
same
I
here, same
really
here.
like seeing your personality come out once you were like, yes, this is like, I've been dying to talk about this.
yeah. You can tell. I used to do a lot of gaming podcasts back with Billy from Boneyard Gaming, and then I stopped doing it because I got busy. I had like the Nico Morning Show. I'm into like 3-4 podcasts now, so I don't usually say things that I really want to say or love. But now I had the chance, so thank you guys actually for listening to me 1 hour keep talking.
Hey, but like people love that stuff. So now like everybody's like, oh, I had no
exactly.
idea that you played like pro Valorant. Like that's crazy. And I like
Yeah.
to say Valorant to my friends. So if you ever accidentally hear me say that, like it was
It was
accident
Overwatch,
one
though.
time.
It was
Oh,
Overwatch.
Overwatch. Oh, dang it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but
Overwatch.
yeah,
And I
that's
tried. Too hard for me. I'm like too old for it. I think the highest one it was.
You're never too
um,
old. Have you heard of
I think,
Tactical Granny? She's like 65.
Oh
and
yeah,
does
yeah, yeah. I
this.
saw some shorts
I
of
love
her.
her.
She's yeah.
I love
And
her.
there's the grandpa guy who play.
Oh,
he
he
do
is
this.
so cute. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, yes.
he's also good at the
He's
game.
old. He's
Yeah,
hella
yeah.
old. Like there's
Oh,
you're
yeah,
never too
yeah.
old to do anything in life ever. Like ever. Never
That's
too
good,
old to go
that's
back to school if you want. Like never too old to change your life, go a different direction, try
Exactly.
something new.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we are Southern goodbying. We are all talk show hosts. You can tell here clearly today that that's what you entered. Sorry, friends.
Just these
For real,
two.
thank
Yeah,
you
just these
again.
two.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. He's down
Thank
here
you so
like,
much, Vincent. Yeah. We'll see you around the ecosystems.
absolutely.
Great to meet you.
It was great to meet you.
Yeah, Vincent, we love to get 5 minutes after the show, but I'm gonna end it. If you can just stick around, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. No, do you have any goodbyes, or we'll play the ending clip?
Yeah, that'll be my goodbye.
Okay, and again, guys, shout out to Trade Bionic for making this possible. Make sure you follow them as well, and make sure you follow Vincent. So goodbye, guys. Until next week. See you again. Bye bye.